I've just spent the last month travelling around Bali, Lombok and the Gili Islands with my family, and in this video you're going to get to see all, warts and all. We've been over to Lombok, we've done the boat rides, we've done everything. We've eaten a ridiculous amount of food and we've got a little bit sick along the way, so you're going to get to see it all. We're going to reveal all the places that we've stayed. Hopefully this is going to be a candid look at what it's like spending a month on holiday with the family and whether we survived. Let's go. Good morning from Legian Beach. Is it Legian? I think it's Legian. Before I came I thought it was Legian, but yeah, this is our first stop on a 30-day family trip to Bali, and it's been an interesting first destination. We have eaten some fantastic food. I think we're on day 3 already. I intended to start this video obviously on day 1, but kind of just got wrapped up in the area. We did a bit of surfing yesterday. That was good fun. Down right at this spot, actually, I just saw the guy that took us out for an hour and a half. The kids loved it. I loved it. Didn't want to get out the water. Is Legian going to be our favourite place? Probably not. In this video, I'm going to be showing you. We're going to have Legian as our starting point. We're going then to Kuta, to a resort. Then we're going to head off to Ubud. We're going to Lombok, we're going to Gili Air, and then we're going to finish off in Uluwatu. We're probably going to see a few other spots along the way. We've been to some fantastic places. Food has been phenomenal. A few shout outs to Brunch Club in particular. Fantastic pancakes, we'll show you those. So we're going to head along this beach now. But yeah, just heading off to breakfast. It's really early, and there are 7 o'clock in the morning, and mainly the people down here at the beach at this time are the surfers. I can see why, because it's such a fantastic place to be in the water. They're in it right up until, well, even into darkness hours. So yeah, beach is nice and quiet at this time generally. Obviously sunset is the time when everyone gets down here. I'll just turn around so you can see behind me as well. But absolutely beautiful. You hear the traffic going past beside me, but this is nothing compared to in the evening. This is one of the busier roads actually, right by the beach here. Just I walk up to Fork to get these pastries. Not so much at this time of day, but this is the alleyway to our hidden oasis in Legian. Like I say, not so much at this time of day because the main street's not quite so crazily busy, but when we arrived here at night it was a little bit, especially the kids were a little bit like, Dad, where are you taking us down here? But yeah, you'll see it in a minute. We've certainly, it was the thing to do, just to book somewhere that was slightly off the main track, and it is only literally a stone's throw, but here we are. So try and get in. Actually, I've locked it, so it's very, very secure. Here we go. I can try and unlock it. There we go. And here we are. Our own oasis with a massive, absolutely massive garden. Let's go and deliver the pastries. We've come to the Alila, not sure how you pronounce it, but yeah, beach club right on the beach. Absolutely gorgeous, so different, worlds away from Legian and Legian Beach in particular. Loads of nice beach bars along here. And we've come to this one because it's kid friendly, so the kids are in the pool, they're splashing around. There's a 500k minimum spend per person, which we'll easily get through. We've already had lunch, we've had a few drinks, and we'll have a few more. We've got our sunset spot now for the evening, and it does look like it's going to be an incredible sunset. So yeah, it's a gorgeous spot. and like I say, the beach, spin round, you can have a look at that. It's just empty. There's no one around. I know it'll be very different at sunset. I was here last year and sunset, the beach goes crazy, but like I say, we've got our spot, so very, very happy with that. And it was well worth the 20-minute taxi from Legian down to here. After Legian, our next stop was the Bali Dynasty Resort in Kuta. This was a stop very much for the kids, although we did enjoy our stay here too. This place has all-day entertainment, and although at times it could be a bit overbearing, the staff certainly go out of their way to make you happy. The location is just next to the Discovery Mall, and there's plenty of restaurants around. Our favourite was Warung Daimar, which did incredible Indonesian food. One of the great things about this hotel is the direct access to the beach, and of course the array of breakfast options. We have a full review coming soon to this channel, so subscribe to make sure you don't miss it. Or in the meantime, head to our website where we already have our written review live. Link is in the description. After Kuta, we made our way to Ubud with the help of Komang, our driver. We hired him for 6 hours as we planned a couple of stops on the way. Of course, whilst he looked after our luggage in his car. First stop was Monkey River, which has only just opened this year and was really quiet, with monkeys that so far aren't too used to the humans, so they're not as aggressive as the monkey forest monkeys. This place is beautiful, and I'll tell you a bit more about it in a moment. One thing to look out for though is these lovely stone carvings next to the steps as you walk down to the river. Easy to miss, but beautiful to look at. Make sure you stop off at the lovely cafe too. We had it all to ourselves, and the drinks are simply gorgeous. Currently heading down to the Anya waterfall. So far lovely and quiet. We're just heading down these steps. Oh, some kind of creature in the undergrowth there, big lizard. It's lovely and quiet here, and it's 5 minutes from Monkey River. So if you do that, definitely head here too. So we'll check out this waterfall and see what it's like. So we've just come out of the waterfall. That was incredible. Lovely and quiet. Bear in mind we're in the middle of, at the end of July here. Apparently the busiest time on the island. And this place, I think we probably saw at 10, 12 people. No queues for the waterfall photos. It's got pop up on the screen now. It wasn't my idea to do the muscle man pose, by the way. Kids loved it. What we should have done though was brought our swimming costumes down, because we could have bathed in the water properly. And now we've got, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of climbing up the steps to get back up to the top. What a great location. Wow, this place looks amazing. Let's have a look. Let's check out the living room. Love this living area. This is, I think I've already said this, it's a world away from where we've just come from in Kuta. We were at Bali Dynasty Resort there. Now actually, I didn't do any vlogging there. It was so busy. I tried to get out on the boardwalk in the morning and do a little bit of talking head stuff like this, and it was just too busy to do. I didn't feel comfortable doing it, so just found a nice quiet spot just on one of our balconies here at this villa, and I just thought I'd take a moment to reflect on what we've come from and where we are now. So Kuta is great. The reason why we did Bali Dynasty was for the kids. So we're away for a month, so obviously we can't just spend the whole month doing the adult things that me and Laura want to do. So I think that's probably the first thing I would say, you know, if you're doing a long trip with kids, particularly in Bali or anywhere really, that, you know, there has to be compromise, and Dynasty Resort was one of our compromises with the kids. They wanted the activities, and it's only fair. They absolutely loved the resort. We enjoyed it. It was probably not what we would want from our trip in Bali, if we're being perfectly honest, but overall it was a good experience. The staff there were phenomenal, so lovely. Everyone greets you with a smile, literally every person, every member of staff that you walk past in the resort. The food was great, the breakfasts were really good. The room, we had a family room. We were on the ground floor, not too far from the pool, but the room itself was a big king size bed for us, and then 2 single beds for the kids, and it was pretty tight. I actually wanted to get a bit of video and a photo of the room. It was an absolute state. Because we were only there for 3 nights, we didn't want to unpack completely, so we kind of half unpacked. I don't think the kids unpacked at all. They literally lived out of suitcases. But yeah, overall, great experience. I would not be in a rush to go back to Bali Dynasty by any means, and I think our 5 nights in Ubud here are going to be a lot more peaceful, a lot more enjoyable probably for us as adults. But I think even the journey from Kuta to Ubud today, we took in a couple of sites on the way, so that's one tip that I would definitely recommend if you are moving from place to place. You know, you're going to have an early checkout and a later check-in. Definitely make the most of being able to go and visit different places during that trip. So our trip from Kuta to Ubud would have been around an hour and a half, and we probably did about 2 hours of driving in total today. Traffic in Ubud we're staying right in the centre, so the traffic was really crazily busy, but actually getting out of Kuta wasn't too bad, and certainly the bits in between were absolutely fine. So we went to a great place called Monkey River, and it only opened in April this year, so it's still pretty quiet. I asked the guy, I said, have you been busy? He said, yeah, we've been busy. He said, next year we will be unbelievably busy. So I guess as people talk about it, as it gets shared on socials and things like that. So at Monkey River, you've got monkeys free roaming. You've got a couple of monkeys in kind of large caged areas, and that's for their protection, and I think they call it a rehabilitation zone as well. And then you've got an area where you've got bats, so they're in captivity. But again, it's a large area. They're fruit bats, so they're just fed papaya and I think watermelon. The guy said to me, and you get to feed them as well. And the kids love that. Well, one of our kids did. The other was a little bit scared. But yeah, really good experience. There was hardly anyone there. We sat in the cafe. We had the whole cafe to ourselves, and the lattes, by the way, were incredible. They got a thumbs up from everyone. Even my daughter, who loves her smoothies. She's been unimpressed in some places with smoothies. This one she absolutely loved. It's been an experience so far. I think as a family, our kind of our patience and our temperaments were probably tested a little bit more in Dynasty, purely because of the living quarters were so much tighter. We've got so much space here. We've all got our own rooms, and we've got really nice living space. We've got a fantastic pool area, and then if we need to get out, obviously you can get out and kind of explore the local area. So yeah, I'll check in again soon. Just turned up at the Jungle Club in Ubud. This place is absolutely unreal. I think I say that about everywhere I go, but this actually is, it really is incredible. I think it's very quiet today because the weather in Ubud is pretty rainy, although so far we've not seen any rain since we got here. So I'm going to show you around, we're going to get some lunch, we're going to have some drinks, and hopefully we're going to have a great day. But so far, so good. Okay. Good morning from Holiday Resort Lombok. We've been here for 5 days. It's been a bit of an experience, a little bit of an ordeal. Not because of the place, actually. This has been a fantastic stop off in our month-long trip here. I'm going to give you a bit of an overview of that. We're actually off to Gili Air today, and 2 members of our party are a little bit unwell. I'm not going to tell you who they are, but one of them is me. And we've got to do a speedboat over to Gili Air. So I think that is the fastest way to get over. So we've probably been ripped off. I think it's cost us about 500k in total to do a short taxi ride and then the private boat. We'll show you the process, we'll document it. But I think we've got to get over as fast as possible, and hopefully we don't have any disasters along the way. But we've really enjoyed Holiday Resort Lombok. It was the cheapest place on our stay out of the entire month. I think it cost us 70 British pounds per night, which is about $50 US. That's for 4 of us in this. It's called the Mangsit Suite, which is the cheaper option. It's across the road. But you still get access to the full resort, and the resort is gorgeous compared to Bali Dynasty, which we did which was our second stop, which you will have seen already. This is a much more chilled vibe. There's not as much activity going on. There's not quite as many people. The rooms are way bigger. Yes, it's not quite up to the standard of Dynasty in terms of, that's a 5-star hotel. This is a 4. There's elements of the rooms that could definitely be improved, but we've got so much space. We've got a great view. I'll spin this round and show you my current view. We've got kind of jungle view in the distance, if you can see that, and it's absolutely gorgeous. The other thing that I love about here is you've got sea views from almost everywhere. Not here where we are in this suite, but when you're on the main resort, if you're having breakfast, if you're around by one of the 2 pools, if you're at the pool bar, if you're just walking around, even if you're in the hotel lobby, you can see the sea, and it feels very open, very spacious. Like I said, it's a much more chilled vibe. There's not as much structured activity going on, which personally I prefer, and yeah, it's been a really good stop. And considering we've had illness on this leg of the journey, it's probably the best place we could have been for that illness, because we have got plenty of space in this in this suite that we're staying in. So yeah, it's been a great stay, but I'm going to give you a bit more of an overview as to the complex, and yeah, let's move on to Gili Air. Hello. Just going back over to the room. Thank you.
Yeah, I've got camera.
Cheers. So the staff here are so friendly, and we're staying in the Mangsi Suites, which is a bit of a hack. So we've got this guy here who helps us cross the road. Look at this. Hello. Thank you. Hello. So as I said, everyone's so friendly, and this is just the other side of the main road, but what this meant was to stay here was about half the price of staying in the main hotel over there, but you still get access to all the amenities. And we were a little bit worried because on booking.com it comes up as a separate place, but it's the same hotel. We did our research, we looked into it, we thought that would be the case, but we weren't 100%. As you can see, but you'll see in a second, the grounds first of all are absolutely gorgeous, and they're constantly working and cleaning and tidying. You see the odd cockerel walk around, but it's literally a 2-minute walk across the road, and like I said, there's a guy that helps you cross the road at all hours of the day. So if you've had a few too many cocktails, you're still going to get across the road safely. Now, when we booked this, we saw quite a few negative reviews about the rooms for the Mangsi Suites. I'm going to go in and have a look. We're almost there now. Now, in this review, I'm going to compare it a little bit to Bali Dynasty in Kuta, purely because that's the only other resort that we stayed in. I'm going to have to get my key card out in a second. But again, look at the greenery is gorgeous. Now, it's a bit rough around the edges, like you can see. There's a bit of this step missing. But, you know, I can forgive them that. We are in Lombok after all. Not that Lombok has to be dilapidated, but maybe a little bit less investment. But saying that, there are elements of this room that have been invested in, and I think some of the reviews are actually a little bit harsh. So let's see if they've been cleaned. Hopefully they have, so you don't see the absolute state of our room. Let's go and have a look. But as you saw, that only took a couple of minutes. Yes, they have cleaned. That's lovely. 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Wow.
Oh, amazing.
Brilliant.
Just your suitcase.
I know. Look at this. This is service.
Really not monkey.
No monkeys.
No monkeys, no.
How much you like the monkeys.
That's good, Jeff.
That's good for her. Just turtles.
So that's Gili Air there in the distance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then that's Gili Meno
Yeah.
and Gili T. Bye bye Lombok. It's a Hello Kitty boat there. So off we go to Gili Air.
I'm gonna fall off the edge.
This is the way to travel. Joining here because it's pretty loud. It's a 10-minute journey on this boat over to Gili Air. It's very, very cool. It's a little bit choppy. It was almost had a bit of traffic we are in Gili Air. We made it. We made it to Gili Air.
You go to Gili Makiah, ya?
Yes.
Mula rezeki tak kenal. Wah, rezeki di atas puasa.
This is one way to travel to your villa. This is crazy.
Dua tiga goyang.
We're a bit peeved at the moment because we think they've got a bigger carriage to us, and we are both quite tall. Jesse's about 5'11" and I'm 6 foot. They've definitely got a better deal. They're waving. Yes, there's a difference in quality of the horse and cart. They had a huge amount of space, a horse and music. Theirs was called a Ferrari. Actually said Ferrari on the front of the cart, and we had no space at all. Bashed my head about 7 times, but we're here, and it was a long way actually to carry cases, so good to be here. So we've just walked into Gili Makiah. I think it's probably about not even an hour from Holiday Resort Lombok to here. Let's have a look. This place is gorgeous. We've just dumped our cases, and then I'm going to do a quick tour. Look at this. Beautiful pool. Beanbags. Sun loungers. The garden is gorgeous. That's a feature we've seen everywhere, but I think this place is the one that tops them all. Jessie's laughing at me. Look at this little seating area. It's absolutely gorgeous. The whole place is just made out of wood. Dining area. And this is all indoors. There's aircon. It's actually lovely and cool in here. The aircon's not been on. She's just come in and switched it on. Kitchen area. Filtered water. Look at this look at this bedroom. This is one of the kids' rooms. Balcony. Let's have a look at this bathroom. Wow. We're getting used to the outdoor bathrooms now, aren't we? They're just running out of the way of the video. This is the other kids' room. Obviously it doesn't have to be a kids' room. It's a twin. There's no lights on, so I apologise if it's a little bit dark. Another bathroom in there, another little outdoor area. It's just gorgeous, it's so natural. Let's have a look up here to the master room. It's a little bit warmer up here because obviously the heat's risen. It's a massive outdoor terrace here, massive balcony, more seating areas. Look at this. Just feel so blessed to even be here. Look at this. There is an aircon unit up here, so hopefully that's going to do the job for us. And then I think there's another bathroom around the back here. Look at this. Oh yes, twin sinks. This is unreal. I've said that probably a few times on this trip, but this really is. It was. We were from the harbour up to here. It was probably about 7 or 8 minutes in the horse and cart, 10 at the most. Felt a little bit longer for me and Jess because we were cramped up, but you've got to love this. This is what we came for. So we've got 5 nights here, and this is just pure luxury on the island. And we made it despite our illnesses. It's our first morning in Gili Air. I've already been out for a walk this morning. It was lovely and quiet at about 7:30 a.m. Well, to be honest, it's always lovely and quiet, I think. We did sunset last night, beautiful sunset. Sat and had some cocktails, of course, and watched that. And we've got bikes now, so we've rented some bikes, 50k per day per bike. So we hired them for 2 days for the 4 of us, so 400k in total. Let's go and take a look at the bikes. I'm going to get out and explore the island. Okay. Laura's already been out, actually. She's been to the bakery. So this is going to be interesting with the kids as well. But they can ride bikes, so it should be good. Let's go. It looks massive for you, that does, Em. Okay. Look at this. So first stop on the bike ride was down to this beautiful beach on the south side of the island, just along from the harbour actually, and it's just next to Maui's. The sand is gorgeous, the sea's lovely and clear. So yeah, it took us about 10-15 minutes to ride here. Very, very gentle ride down, and this is just totally different to the north side of the island. We're going to have a little wander around the southwest coast now to see what this bit's like. Beautiful. Yeah, I thought that was the road. Okay. We've had a few family squabbles along the way, but we're on our way to lunchtime pit stop now, which I think is needed. Hopefully it'll calm the tempers of the children a little bit. But we've gone all over the island. We've gone north, south, we've been west, and now we're kind of heading east. It's really easy to do as I struggle up this little tiny incline. But yeah, definitely if you come to Gili Air, get the bikes. It's the best way to explore the island. I considered the electric. Do you know what? This is great. This is the way to do it. Pit stop achieved. Let's hope this calms down the tempers in the group. The best thing is, I've got these towels. Oh, beautiful.
Now I can't eat it because it's like you've not got a big enough home.
So today's our third full day on the island, and we've decided enough exploring on the island, enough lounging around and eating and drinking. We're going to go on a snorkeling trip today. We booked this late last night, super easy to do, and little tip for you, I would book using, I think it's Maweng, the official tourist. It says official tourist, it probably isn't, but it's got 5-star reviews on Mojo Road, just up from the harbour. And I think it was 120k per person on the glass bottom boat. It includes 3 islands, I think 4 stops. We're gonna see how this goes, but the reviews were really good and the kids are really excited to see some turtles, so let's go. just done the first stop on the tour. It was Gili T. Saw a few turtles, massive, absolutely massive. Unfortunately, the coral was pretty destroyed there, but there were plenty of fish, some quite sizable ones as well. Fantastic though, great first stop on. I think we're heading to Gili Meno now, so let's see what that's like. Our stop at Gili Meno, where we went on the beach and saw some baby turtles. You never really know how ethical that is. It said they were keeping them for 4 to 5 months, which I was under the impression that a few days was probably how long they keep them after hatching and then release. So not sure, but it was part of the trip. And then we've just seen the statue, which was pretty cool, but very crowded around the statue. So I just got a glimpse and then swum off back to the boat, which so far this trip is fantastic. Brilliant value for money, and the crew are lovely. Actually, a plastic bag just flew into the water off the boat, and they asked someone to make sure they grabbed it. So they are trying to look after the environment, and you know, it's kind of mass tourism, but it seems to be done in quite an ethical way. So far so good. So we've just had lunch on Gili Meno, and actually it was very nice. Warung Yaya was where we stopped, and the food was really good. Obviously they're doing a roaring trade with the boats dropping people off, and the sand here is beautiful, the water's crystal clear, but what they don't show you, what a lot of people might not show you, is this kind of stuff. There's quite a bit of rubbish, which really is a shame. It would take a lot to clean that up, but it has got to be said, this is a gorgeous island. The water's beautiful, the coral just meters away from the beach, and we saw turtles swimming just literally 10 meters from the beach, and walk out, and swim out, paddle out. Absolutely beautiful. So I think we've probably got one more stop, maybe 2 at the most, and it's probably time to head back to the boat and continue on the trip. I don't know. It's 6:30 on a Monday morning in Gili Air. The cows are mooing, the sun is rising, but it's time for us to leave. But off to Uluwatu, so time to catch the Ekajaya fast boat. We have to be there at about 7:15, 7:30 to catch a shuttle over to the main boat. So pretty excited for Uluwatu, let's go. Made it back to Bali after an early start in Gili Air today. We caught just passed out in the car, fell asleep. We had a driver to meet us, good old Komang, meeting us back in Padang Bay, and he's got us to, we've asked to stop at Sana on the way, so we broke up the journey. It's a long way from Padang Bay to Uluwatu. So yeah, we thought we'd stop off, get some lunch, and then continue the journey. We've still got, with traffic, I think about another hour and 20 minutes to Uluwatu from here. But Sana's good. Sana's a good stop off. It was a nice coastal drive. Got to see a few sights until we passed out. And now bit of a refuel, and on we go. Okay, we've just arrived in Uluwatu. Let's get in and take a look. This is pretty cool. Every single place that we've stayed so far, well, pretty much every single one has been incredible. This one might just top the lot. Look at this. We're right by Padang Beach. Look at this pool. It's going to be a little bit of a walk down to the beach, bit of an incline. Look at that infinity pool. Wow, let's go and take a look inside. There's one other villa right next to us. Other than that, this place is pretty much totally secluded. Just look at this. I love the exposed brick and the industrial elements in here. The wood, it's almost like a bar. All right, let's go in and have a look. So that's the living area and kitchen. Don't know whether this is master bedroom or, let's have a look. Is this a door? Set myself there. It's the bathroom. Oh wow, this is phenomenal. I mean, lovely outdoor shower area and a bath. Oh, and then more up there. Let's go back in and have a look. Let's take a look upstairs. I will put links to all of these properties as well, of course, in the description. I think this one was on Airbnb. So again, like I say, we'll put the links in. Let's take a look upstairs. We've got a TV. We've still not watched TV for a month, which is great. Oh, this is absolutely stunning. Not been up here yet. Just look at this. Probably not great for little kids. We definitely wouldn't have come here when our kids were tiny, but at this age it's brilliant. Little desk there for me to do a bit of work if I need to. Wow. Another beautiful bedroom and another bathroom that looks lovely. Look at this brickwork. Love it. Yeah, I think the kid just said this is the best one out of all of them so far, and I think I might agree. Let's get back outside. Let's have a look at this pool area again. This is just absolutely stunning. You know, we're here for the longest out of all of our stops as well, so we're here for 7 nights. So I'm just having to watch my step. Let's take a look out here again. This is just stunning. This might be a little bit bright on the video because I've not got the filter on because I wanted to film inside. But look at this, look at that bird living its best life. Oh my gosh, this view. This pool is incredible. Let's have a look over the side and hear some noises. Wow. Absolutely stunning. Oh, there's even an outdoor barbecue area over there. Look at this, and that's the property from the outside. You can see how secluded it is. There's one other property next door, and that's it. I've kind of totally lost my my filming ability there because I'm just absolutely in awe at this place. Good morning from Uluwatu. So, had our first kind of experience of it last night, and fair to say it's a much younger vibe than the other areas that we've been in Bali, other than Ubud so far, which we expected, and is a refreshing change to say the least. Also a bit more expensive, or at least the places that we've been so far. we headed down to Padel Beach, which was lovely. There is a 15k entry fee there, 10 for kids up to the age of 10, and then anything over 10 it's 15k each. And it's pretty simple setup down there. It's just people selling beers and I think cocktails as well from a few stalls, but no bean bags, no, nothing like that. But pretty busy as well, lots of surf going on. Really nice though, really beautiful beach. And then we went out for dinner last night and had our first negative experience, which was one of our family got mugged by a monkey, and that was Emily. So she was carrying a pack of playing cards, and we stepped out of the villa, and there were 3 monkeys just sat on the road. And we'd been told down at the beach earlier, we'd been told watch out for the monkeys, because you know they're very used to the tourists here. They'll take your phones, they'll take whatever you're holding pretty much. And I think because she'd heard this story, she kind of panicked and she just put the cards down on the floor, on the ground. And one of the monkeys straight away came up and took them, and she was like, no, I've lost my cards. And then coming back up to the villa was they were a little bit worried, because obviously it was pitch black up here and we needed a torch, so we had no choice but to hold a phone. So that was interesting. We'll see how that goes over the week. But look at this. I think it's about 8:15 a.m. It's one of the latest I've slept. The room's perfect blackout. But it's just absolutely beautiful. There's one road behind the villa that occasionally you hear a scooter or a car, but it's hardly ever, and it's only when you're inside not heard anything at all. So yeah, I mean, we've stocked up a little bit. We ordered a supermarket grab last night, so that came and got delivered, some island IPA and some wine and some snacks and milk and stuff like that. But I don't know what time the kids are going to get up, because we had an early start yesterday, so we'll see. But it's I think we're going to have a good time here. Okay, so we're coming towards the end of the trip now. It's sad times, trying to make the most of every moment. So I just thought I'd give a little bit of my thoughts on Uluwatu so far. So we've been here 4 nights, we've got 3 nights left. Loving Uluwatu. Totally different feel to the other place in Bali that we've been. One thing that I particularly like is the fact that once you're here, the traffic's nowhere near as bad as certainly the other parts of Bali that we've been in, particularly in comparison to Ubud. The weather's also been really, really good for us down here. It's kind of middle of August now. But yeah, so a couple of days ago, met up with some friends, had a nice game of Padel in the morning. And I'll link the Padel place that we played. It's a bit off the beaten track, lovely little place, 2 courts. They give you towels, they give you water. I think it was the equivalent of around £5 British to play per person for an hour and a half, and the courts were really, really good as well. And then after that, we went to El Cabron, which is a beach club near to Dreamland Beach. I forget the name of the little beach that it overlooks. But that was a really, really great experience. Drank far too much alcohol, pretty hungover the next day, but we were really, really well looked after, and the vibe there was so good, so good. Mix of ages as well. So Uluwatu definitely seems to be a bit of a younger place. In general, there's a lot more younger people here, but you don't really ever feel kind of out of place anywhere, to be honest. And like I say, El Cabron, great experience, really nice pool. They had a live saxophonist and violinist playing over the DJ. Really good, really cool. Played right through sunset and then beyond, and they put on a little bit of a show as well. I'll show some of the B-roll footage while I'm talking. So yeah, that was great. And now tonight we're off to the Kecak Dance at the Uluwatu temple. So really looking forward to that. One little side note, we're still struggling with illness in the camp. My eldest daughter she was ill on Wednesday night, and then yesterday a little bit as well, and now I think my wife might be coming down with it, so I'm really hoping she doesn't and we can make it to this dance. We're literally about to leave, so hopefully we'll get there. And yeah, I suppose when you're away for a month these things happen, but I think we've all as a family pretty much agreed that Uluwatu without a doubt has been one of our favourite places to go, and this place has been one of our favourite villas that we've stayed in. Again, I'll link it. I think the only negative is that walking back up here in the dark is not the best. We had a lot of monkeys this morning as well, down just in the valley here, and they were trying to get up into the next door's villa. I don't think they could get in. I think they probably could have got into ours, but they didn't come in, I think because we were here. And then something startled them, and literally there must have been 100 monkeys running through the undergrowth, and we didn't see them after that. So, but they're not far. In fact, I can see them now as I'm saying that in the distance over there. I've just seen 2 monkeys jump down. So they are around, but they've not been a pest for us here. It's been fine. But yeah, we're, like I say, off to the Kecak Festival or Kecak Dance, and really looking forward to that.
Bring your own water. The monkeys will steal it.
Why?
The monkeys
Good morning. We made it to the fire dance. Well, 3 of us did, 1 of us didn't, but luckily full recovery for that member of the family, and no further illness means today we're going off to Timbis Beach Club, which is on the other side of Uluwatu. Really looking forward to this one. So it's been nice and quiet. We're going on a Saturday when apparently they have live DJs. It's kid friendly, nice beach there I think, so we're going to go and check it out. I just stepped out of the beach club just to give a bit of commentary to it. Beautiful place, nice and quiet, right on the beach here. It's actually a beach you can walk on from the club directly. Nice sand, nice small club, very family friendly. A mix of people, you've got couples, you've got older people, younger people, families. Really good place. I think the minimum spend was 300k, and yeah, probably needed to record this now before I have too much more alcohol. But yeah, lovely. Absolutely loving it here. Weather's gorgeous, the sea's lovely. You can paddle. You probably can't go too far. There's no swimming pool here, but the pool is lovely at the beach club. So yeah, we're going to head back in and just relax for the rest of the day and hopefully watch sunset from here. The sun is starting to set over the hill behind us, so we've moved on to the beach. We've had a great day here, really great day. It's just perfect. The kids are playing in the sea, the staff are very chilled, very attentive. Yeah, I don't think there's anything not to like about this place. And you know what, if you don't want the beach club, you've got the beach here. I think the beach is called Padel. No, Pantai Pandawa. So yeah, you can just come down to the beach and just enjoy yourself on the sand. Sun's here all day. We've had, I think it's high tide at the moment, but it's very high tides at the moment, and the beach is perfect for sunbathing. So yeah, you could literally just come down here and do this. One thing to be aware of is as you drive into this area, I think it's about a 15k per person fee to get into the area. It's kind of like a toll road to get in. So we paid 65k between the four of us. It's around about 17k, something like that per person. But other than that, yeah, it's, you could just come down and enjoy the beach. Beautiful. So, as the sun sets on this fantastic trip through Bali, Lombok and the Gilis, I thought I'd take a moment to reflect on what it's been like, both for myself and maybe what it's been like for the family. Now, of course, we've fallen out at times. You know, there's four of us in very close confinement for a whole month. There's been a couple of times where I've gone off and done a couple of things on my own. The wife has gone off and done a couple of things on her own. I met up with a few friends in Bali in particular, played a bit of Padel, did that on Gili Air as well. And actually that was really, really healthy, really good to do. And the one thing that I would, you know, if we could have done it, I would have wanted to do a little bit more of that, because I think that was the one thing that definitely gave me a little bit of a reset towards the end. But on the whole, it's been a really, really great experience, and something that, you know, we build it as kind of trip of a lifetime, holiday of a lifetime, and I think it has definitely lived up to that. And this is going to be a really, really tough trip to improve upon and better. I mean, you know, just look at this view. It's absolutely stunning. We're in Uluwatu, but it feels so private, and we've had so many great places like this. You know, yes, we had to make concessions at times and staying places where the girls would prefer to be, such as the resorts, and then, you know, they've probably had to make concessions with staying in some places that we would like to be. The one place that I probably didn't give as much commentary on was Ubud, and that really was because it rained so much when we were there. Other than those 5 days in Ubud, we've not really seen any rain. We've seen a little bit in the morning here and there, but I mean, for example, since we left Ubud to go to Lombok and then the Gilis and then back to Uluwatu, we've not seen any rain. So weather's been really, really good and very kind to us. And I think, you know, when you're travelling and you're on social media and you're reading stuff about those places, you do read horror stories, things like the Bali Belly, things like the boat rides over to Lombok or to Nusa Penida and things like that from Bali. And, you know, even while we were here, I think there was 1 or 2 boats that capsized. There was a boat in Indonesia elsewhere that caught fire. So these things are happening, but I think, you know, my learning from this is just to do as much research as you can into the safest operators and stuff like that. Yeah, but it's been a great adventure. I'm already starting to think about how we can improve it and what we can do next year, whether we do Bali again or whether we look at maybe some of the other Indonesian islands or maybe Thailand, or who knows, would I do this trip again? Would I start this trip again tomorrow? Yes, absolutely, in a heartbeat. The kids have absolutely loved it. I think it's been a real education for them. It's been an education for us. And, you know, I've been to Bali before. I know people that live here, but for me, it's been a real education still. And for all of us, that has been the case. And yeah, this has been a bit of an epic video as one of our first videos for this YouTube channel. So if you've enjoyed it, please subscribe, and we're going to upload frequently to this channel and show our big and our little travels. And give us a like if you've enjoyed it, and don't forget to check out the Big Little Travels website. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll be back soon with some more Big and Little Travels.